Brings us to our game of the week. We had two battle-tested Class 4 teams that know a thing or two about the postseason. Of course, Salem and GW Danville. They've only ever met in the playoffs, Salem having won every single matchup. But most of those games were in Salem. Tonight, the two were in the city of Danville, and that's where Brooke Leonard spent the night and has the latest.
Our first and 10 game of the week takes us to the Region 40 semifinals, where the 1-seeded GW Danville are facing off against the 4-seed Salem Spartans. A windy and chilly night. No snow, though, down here in Danville. Scoreless first quarter on to the second. GW driving, quarterback Nehemiah Cabell getting some help from his O-line. The drive will end in a field goal for the Eagles, and they're on the board first, 3-0. Late second quarter at 7-3 Salem. Spartans Josiah Persinger taking this one for a ride. Over half the field in front of him, all the way to the house to take a 14-3 lead entering the half. Third quarter, Salem in the red zone. Avante Fitzgerald says, actually, not tonight. The Spartans will have to settle for a field goal by Ethan Millard, and it's 17-3 with plenty of time left on the clock. Cabell trying to get GW Danville going, throws it up, and you can only tell by the cheers. It's picked off by Jordan McCadden, the sophomore, taking it the other direction. It was all defense tonight from the Salem Spartans. They get the win 24-3.
It feels great, man. We came out here and executed, and we had a game plan that we was going to win. Had to come over and take over the #1 seed, even though I think it was like the 4th seed. So we came out here, executed, and we did what we had to do. Man, we was playing lights out, shuts out, man. I mean, we know what we had to do. We had to shut them down on defense, so we came out here, played our hearts out.
But, you know, kids hold themselves accountable, and there's high expectations for them from their coaching staff, and they have high expectations for themselves, and for them to come out and really start to grow up and get seasoned and play the way they did against a darn good football team. Couldn't be prouder of them. Offensively, there's some things that we need to correct. We hit some big plays, and they're in the second half we were able to execute a little better and move the sticks and take some clock and do that. And special teams on a really a windy night, like, you know, there's some rough conditions. I thought our kids did an outstanding job, particularly our kicker and our coverage.
Coach Holter said after the game that he felt like his defense hasn't really played that well the last few weeks. Tonight, they held GW Danville to one lone field goal. Eric, I understand that you'll have who Salem is going to match up with next week in the Region 40 finals.